It's December 18th. And I'm at 4.5 milligrams of Valium. This will be the second week. I dropped on Monday last week. And only a half a milligram. And I was sick on Tuesday and Wednesday still, but it's been a fucking hard 3 weeks because I had to get off my Effexor. It wasn't helping anymore. 150 milligrams. I got on it originally because I was going through severe post-acute withdrawals from being cold turkeyed for 7 months, and nobody, not even me, knew what was wrong with me. And it was the worst. So I finally, I can't remember if I went back on it. No, I think I started taking my Valium again because I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't know it was from the Valium though at the time. And then I got really depressed because the anxiety was gone. But the depression was still there. So I finally caved because I fought and fought and fought for months to not get on it. Tried everything. Natural. Kava. I mean, lots of meditation, meetings. Kratom. And then, I got on it with the intention of only being on it for 6 months. Because I was on it once before, 20 years ago, and I swore I would never be put on another antidepressant again for this same reason. Because it worked great when I got on it. It was amazing. It gave me a life again. I was able to feel artificially happy. And then after I learned about the Ashton manual and tapering, I decided to come off my Valium. And we decided to stay on the Effexor to help. And it did, I think. I don't know. I don't really know. But being on it for 2 years was way too long. And it just fucking ripped my soul from me. It destroyed my motivation. It made me numb to the world. I lost my purpose in life. I didn't know who I was. I forgot why I was doing this. I didn't even know why I was doing the job that I was doing. I lost my passion. I lost everything. My love for my wife was gone. And then And then the evil thoughts were there in October, just so bad. And I didn't know what it was. And it was probably the worst October I've ever had. I used a lot of drugs to cope, which made things worse, which is just a vicious cycle. And then I finally realized I gotta get off that shit. And I asked my doctor, and he said he wanted to taper me, and we tried the taper, and it was impossible to go to work tapering from that shit. So I tried that for a couple months. And then I decided, fuck this, I'm just gonna go cold turkey and go through hell for a week. And then at least I'll be fine. So I did my research and I found out that you could switch to a long-acting antidepressant and then come off that, which is basically what we do with benzos. We come off a short-acting like Xanax or Klonopin, and then we get on Valium. So I asked my doctor for Prozac, and if you're wondering why I'm like this, it's because I just had a fucking anxiety attack. I don't even think it was an anxiety attack. It just fucking broke down because I can't stand doing this every fucking day. And because I'm suffering in silence, I don't just want, if you're going through this, it's just, we have each other, because trying to explain this stuff to other people, they just look at you like you're fucking weak. They just don't get it, and I don't understand why they don't get it. But, sometimes you just want people to say, I get it, man. So that's why I'm filming, because I get it. I know what you're going through. So, I got on the Prozac for a couple days to get in my system, 20 milligrams, like 3 days. And then Saturday, 2 weeks ago, I went to this miracle lady that I've been seeing, Ionic Foot Detox. And she is literally an angel who saved me from kratom, because I just use kratom to cope with all this shit that's going on. The problem is, after you use kratom for a while, it does the same thing as Effexor. It just turns on you. So I went and saw her, and there was no withdrawals the next day. It was amazing. But I was still on the meds, and I still didn't feel right. So anyway, I went and saw her to try it with the Effexor, and I just stopped taking it and switched to the Prozac. And it was a pretty hard week at work. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a fun cakewalk. And I definitely used a lot of kava and kratom to cope. Because the problem is like, we have to go through this. We still have to live life for other people. We can't just take time out. If I could just take time out of this fucking life that we live in and heal, you know, wouldn't that be amazing? But we don't get that opportunity, unfortunately, because nobody understands. Suppose I can go on short-term disability, but that doesn't pay the bills. So I went on that for a week of hell, and then the following week, still on the Prozac. When I noticed the Prozac started doing the same thing as the Effexor and just changing me, making me not who I am, a different person. But I knew that this was going to be temporary. So then I was on the Prozac all last week. I did Effexor withdrawals for 2 weeks, and then I stopped taking the Prozac Friday. Felt great on Saturday, and then yesterday I was so sick, and I didn't know what it was. Thought it was from the Valium because I didn't take my 1/4 milligram on accident, and then took some kratom, even though I wasn't planning on it. That didn't help. And then I went to a meeting and was fucking losing my mind. But it helped. And then I came home and realized, well, on the way to the meeting, I realized, shit, it's from the Prozac, you dummy. Came home, took the one Prozac, 10 milligrams, started to feel better. But by that point, I had already had 5 anxiety attacks, and I was drained. And I used more kratom, and then that didn't help because I was trying not to take another 10 milligrams. I did not want to get back on this stuff, but I had to. So I took it, and guess what? It worked. But now it's Monday, and I'm just Prozac'd out. I can't go to work. I have a doctor's note to work from home. I haven't called my boss yet, but that'll be next. But I just wanted to hop on and show the world, what it's like when we're suffering in silence. Because everybody else gets to just go on with their life while we sit here trapped, thinking about, will it ever end? 12 months we've been doing this. I told my wife I get 5 days a month, maybe, that I feel content. The other 25 are like this. So, I'm gonna call my doctor and try and get 5 milligrams of Prozac and just wean myself off this shit. Because right now I'm on 20 and I'm just all fucked up. Do I feel better? I mean, I don't know, you tell me. Do I look like it? I did feel amazing though. That's what gives me hope. Is that those little windows, those 5 days that are spread out, that's what gives me the hope that it's gonna be alright. Sorry I'm not wearing a shirt. I usually don't put one on until I brush my teeth. But I think the world needs to see what we go through. Because you're not alone. I'm alone right now. People driving to work. Wife left, God bless her. There's nothing she can do, except just love me. So, if you're watching, thanks. And if you're watching, you probably need some help. But But I'm not giving up. Hang in there. We'll get through this.